All eyes are on Scott Peterson once again, more than 20 years after his conviction for the murder of his pregnant wife, Laci. In a petition filed by the Los Angeles Innocence Project, the now 52-year-old maintains his innocence, asserting he is entirely harmless, as reported by RadarOnline.com. In a 126-page declaration, Scott stated, "I have steadfastly maintained my innocence from the moment my wife went missing on December 24, 2002, throughout my trial, appeal, and post-conviction proceedings, and to this day. I had absolutely nothing to do with the disappearance and deaths of my wife and son. I am not a violent person." Laci was reported missing on Christmas Eve 2002, and almost 4 months later, her torso was found along the Point Isabel shoreline in the San Francisco Bay. Just a day earlier, a male fetus was discovered nearby, confirmed to be her son, Connor. Scott was arrested days later and charged with both murders at the age of 30. Initially sentenced to death in 2004, he was resentenced to life in prison without parole in 2021. Now, with the Innocence Project's support, Scott seeks to present a new theory implicating two burglars, Todd and Donald Pearce, who allegedly killed Laci after she witnessed their crime. They contend that Scott was alone on a fishing trip during the incident. Attorney Keith B. Johnson, who runs a podcast titled The Lawyer's Lounge, acknowledged the challenges ahead for Scott's defense. He told RadarOnline.com that new evidence must be substantial and have the likelihood of playing a key role in the jury's decision, thus nullifying the verdict. The judge's analysis will hinge on the strength of newly presented evidence during a habeas hearing. Johnson expressed optimism, saying, "There is a possibility the court could grant the habeas motion, which would prompt a review of the legality of Scott's confinement." He emphasized the necessity for the court to find that the newly discovered evidence is compelling enough for jurors to reconsider their verdict. Meanwhile, Laci's family fears reopening old wounds, with a relative of Sharon Roca, Laci's mother, stating, "This is a nightmare. This is something we put behind us 20 years ago, and now it's back. We believed then and we believe now that Scott killed Laci and belongs in jail for the rest of his life."